Welcome, people, to my very first live stream on You to the Tube. Doing laundry. It's Monday, which basically means my first day back in the truck. Look at this. They're all black socks. They're all exactly the same. But some are just a different black. Here, I'll get one that's more noticeable. Can you see the differences there? So even though you buy the same exact socks, you still have to pair them accordingly. So I'm not walking around with no black sock and one old ashy sock. That's just not happening. Yeah, for the most part, it's Monday. And during the weekend, I watched a few videos on how to manage the clock better. If anybody knows, well, I'm pretty sure anybody watching this would probably know how the e-logs work and how you basically run straight 8 and then you have to punch out for a half an hour and then you get 3 more hours into your clock so you can drive some more, basically, essentially. Well, today I started at 8 a.m. Got to the shipper at 10. Appointment wasn't until 10:30, but they loaded me right away, which is cool. And they were quick. They weren't about no bullshit at all. They were real quick, which was damn nice. And I hit the road, went and got scaled out right away, got weighed. I already had my tandem slid in a way for the weight. I should have been good accordingly to previous times. And I was. I didn't have to adjust anything after that, which was good. So, I punched out for my load. I went off duty, not driving, load, went inside, checked in, pulled up to the door, went off duty. Then when I was at the scale, I did the same thing, getting off duty, not driving. Or on duty, not driving. Scaled, got a parking spot, marked myself as off duty again. And then from there, I went back to driving. And what that allowed me to do was to just drive straight on through. I had a shit ton of hours. Like, I didn't get here until 6 p.m. So even if I started at 8 a.m., punched out for a little bit at 10 something a.m., drove again for about 50 minutes, punched out again for a few minutes at 11. It let me drive from 11 all the way to 6 p.m. straight on through. And if I would have punched out, I would have still had like an hour and a half or 2 hours left. But the nice thing was, during those few little punch outs right there, it let me drive straight on through, and that was goddamn nice. I mean, it's damn nice. It's nice. I mean, I appreciate that shit. You know, the only time that you realize how nice it isn't is when you can't drive. You have to stop and like, God damn it. And usually my case is I'm usually out of duty hours for the day before I'm out of driving hours. And that sucks. Like, I don't think anything sucks any more worse when you want to keep on driving, and you can keep on driving technically. But since you had made 3 deliveries and a pickup, and usually they take about an hour each one, give or take, you get some that are really good and quick, and you get some that take an hour, and you just can't avoid it. So yeah, I was very appreciative of today. Indeed. And I apologize for this. I'm not trying to be too quick by any means. I'm just trying to do this and get it done. So this way I can be done. Alrighty. I think I'm all done with that shit. So after getting to this truck stop, it's not a big truck stop by any means, but for the area that I'm in, it was the best choice. Had the most spots, had the best reviews, and I do go by those because it's good information. I'll use it. Got inside right away. Guy said that pot roast just got put in. I was like, hell yeah, just in time for pot roast. That works. So I got the pot roast. And he wasn't lying. That was fresh, hot, damn good mashed potatoes and gravy. Damn good. So I had that. And after that, came out to the truck. And here I sit. What's this guy trying to do? Okay, so got a guy trying to park right now. Let's watch him, because apparently, dude, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Apparently in this fucking state of Iowa, these goddamn drivers cannot park where the shit. This dude right here, I had to park his truck there. I'm not even lying, dude. I had to park his truck there. This guy here, he was trying to park, but he would have came right into me. So I was sitting here, and I won't lie, I put dude on Snapchat, man. He's driving flatbed, and he pulled into the parking spot straight forward, like straight forward. No back end, just straight forward. And he was at this angle right here, so his cab's in there, his trailer's over here, and then it was parked like that. So this dude over here in this truck, he wouldn't even been able to open his door to get out. It was tight and it was bad. So I was sitting there putting this shit on Snapchat. Yeah, guilty. But next thing you know, I said, you know what, I'm gonna get out and help that dude real quick. And I did. Gave him a hand and backed his truck out, because it just had a tight spot, man. Like, his cab was crooked than his trailer, and his trailer was coming out crooked. I mean, I tried to pull forward and straighten up the best I could. Finally got it backed out, and then I pulled all the way forward again and backed straight into this spot here, and it worked like a charm. I had it in there. And then I put him on Snapchat too. I mean, he wanted to pay me and shit. I'm like, nah, man, you ain't gotta pay me, man. That's good. I said, you could pay me by let me put you on Snapchat. He said, okay. And basically, what did I say? He was saying a story, only been driving 2 months, and I was like, but we got your truck parked, didn't we? And he was like, we did. So we got his truck parked. I said, you don't owe me no money, man. You don't owe me anything, man. Just go inside, go wash up, go get something to eat, take the night off. 2 months driving, man. And flatbed doesn't necessarily have to back into a lot of shit, man. It, you know, it's unloaded from the side, or however it's unloaded. You necessarily don't always have to back into shit. You get in these truck spots, and it's like, holy shit, how the fuck am I gonna do this? Like, goddamn, you know how you do it? Go, get the fuck out and look, and that's how you do it. So, right now I'm in Iowa, like I just said, traveling over to Ohio, and all of last week, or no, all the week before. Oh yeah, the end of the week before, ran into those blizzards hit in South Dakota and Minneapolis, more Minnesota. Ran into those, had to hang tight for the weekend, basically made it through, got my deliveries, South Dakota, 2 in North Dakota and 1 in Minnesota. And and then came back down into, or just to the west of Minnesota, picked up, and that went over to Wisconsin. On my way into Wisconsin, another fucking blizzard. And I stopped a few times. I actually took a break. And ate and just like waited a little bit, get some energy back, and I'm glad I did. Well, I got loaded up the next day or whenever it was. I got loaded up, and then I started heading back. I had to go over to Minnesota again. And I looked at the carnage in the ditches, man. There was even a FedEx pulling doubles that was still laid over in the fucking ditch that was still there a day later, you know, like goddamn. But made it through that shit by doing it, you know, right and safe and good at the same time. So which leads me into here this week here. First night out, and help a guy out. You know, with like trucking, you assume a lot of it's just by yourself because you drive by yourself and you arrive at shippers and stuff like that, and there's usually nobody around except for other truck drivers who might be backed into the dock or whatever. But you know, you're working by yourself a lot. You're doing everything by yourself. And so then you have this guy over here who's 2 months driving for this company, flatbed, and out on his own already. Like, no more trainer, no more whatever. He's out on his own, which is cool and nice, right? So you help somebody out like that, and what it does in the long run, I'm hoping, is basically send out good vibes, get good vibes back. And even more crazy, I've only had my Class A CDL for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, no trainer, in my own truck, 53-foot van. I've been out 3 weeks, and so far I've been over to Ohio. This will be my second time over to Ohio, so leaving North Dakota, coming over to Ohio. Been down to Kansas and all the states in between, obviously, in that little triangle there. And this is my very first time ever being this far east of the Mississippi in a truck. I've done everything west of the Mississippi except for California, Washington, and Oregon. And I've been through some mountains, but I haven't been through no passes yet or anything like that, you know. And I've been in some tight-ass fucking docks too, man. Some tight-ass shit, man. Like, some tight shit so far. And, yeah. Like I said, a little bit of a goal of doing that is hoping that one day in the long run it comes back. And, I believe it will. So, I'm just gonna keep up my grind and stay focused and get done what I need to get done, and then time in between is good time. Like, you know, I forget where I was at, but went to dinner at a nice truck stop, a TA. It was my very first TA. I was blown away how big that fucking place was, man. I was like, holy shit. This is how every truck stop should be, though. Like, all the parking's at a 45 instead of a 90. I mean, like, so it's easier parking at a 45 than a 90. It just makes sense. So I had to walk a long ass way before I got into the facility, but when I did, I sat down in a spot where a dude was obviously already sitting. He just wasn't there. And it was sort of like a horseshoe bar diner part, and he had the buffet and everything over here. I sat down right there and started bullshitting with that guy. I started bullshitting with the guy across the bar, and it was good. Then I went back to my truck, got some sleep. And I had a sleeping morning because I didn't have to necessarily be at my receiver at a certain time, so I was no hurry. And when I got up, everybody was gone, man. They're like, "You see it, ghost." This dude over here is driving flatbed, man. He's literally pulled up 5, 6, 7, 8 times. He had it the first time, but I can see the back of his trailer. I don't know why he can, but fatigue or whatever. Safe. He got a nice truck. He's got a real nice truck, nice equipment. Looks like he's hauling some shingles or whatever, but yeah, I would have had that one. And I'm not the best backer upper, but I would have had that one. But either way, I just wanted to do this live and check it out. So for the most part, I'm gonna be out here. I said I was gonna start doing live more than Facebook Live because Facebook is just shitbook, and I got strike a couple times because the music's playing in the background or whatever, and it's just like, you know what? I ain't got time for your shit, Facebook. And plus, I'm out here on YouTube, man. I'm out here in YouTube world, and that's where I'm at, so that's where I'm gonna post. Till next time, Have a good time. See you guys later.